part of them?
Why are you smiling? There's a dead woman here. Jesus.
Hands, and they might be able to stab someone in the heart.
What are you suggesting?
That you are literally dressed to kill?
Jesus Christ! She like
that you're wearing war armor?
You like guessed that she was gonna like that she was. You guessed that Kay would be the more obvious choice for who murdered her. It's just like, well, I mean, no one has a knife here, so it probably was the robot. Like,
I mean, this is not a surprise. She literally said it was very obvious she was going there. She was saying that what if the weapon was part of their body? Everyone's wearing normal ass clothes, and then there's an armored nightmare.
Except for Clover, maybe it's part of her body.
That bandit on her cheek could be weaponized.
I meant the thing on her head. She got like 2 giant testicles. You could probably
underneath that band-aid's where she was injected with Radical 6.
How long has she had Radical 6 then? Shouldn't she have that?
Don't know.
It's just a joke. Don't take it so seriously.
It's funny how I accused you of murder.
There's a dead
funny
person.
Joke.
There's a dead person in front of you, and you're joking about who the killer is? Like, this is the worst Sherlock Holmes novel I've ever read. like, Watson, do you see that man over there? He looks rather stupid. He probably murdered this body. Sherlock, this isn't the time for jokes. Nonsense, Watson! It's every time for jokes. Like...
Clearly, you are the murderer. How could you say that, Sherlock Holmes? Lol, JK.
Fucking millennial Sherlock is the worst Sherlock. Like, I hate millennial Sherlock.
IDGAF.
Whatever. If we examine the wound, we'll probably get a better idea of what the weapon was. Let's get her to the infirmary. She might be old, but she's still a woman.
What kind of fucking insult is that? Like,
I don't know.
What the hell?
That's a really weird sentence.
Right?
She might be old, but she's still a woman.
Well, thank God that no age can take away your womanness. Like,
I don't. Yeah.
If we're
Okay.
going to do an autopsy, she should have some privacy.
you don't need to do it.
Do men not need privacy?
She doesn't need
Come on,
privacy.
boys, let's go.
Don't you have a machine that can do virtual autopsies?
Do you guys know how to do? Yeah, that's one thing. First of all, is they have a magical autopsy device. But also, do any of you know how to do autopsies besides that magic device that solves all their problems?
Yeah, remember?
Which comes up in every story branch apparently.
Luna does. She's a nurse.
Oh, she's a nurse. Yeah.
Wait, is Zero not going to say anything? Zero's just okay.
Zero's not acknowledging the weird person that just showed up apparently.
Not only that, but Zero's like, okay, I guess you guys aren't going to get in, so you're all just going to pick.
He's really gonna eat into our 45 minutes.
Yeah, but so like, do we all pick trust by default? Because we're all gonna be busy with a body, so we're just gonna let the doors close. We all pick trust, and then just
that'd be nice.
Whatever, we all win, and then
Man,
Zero's like,
we need to find bodies more often.
Wait, the Zero show up is like, how did fucking all of you press trust? That's not how the game works at all.
No one's there.
Yeah, and they're like, wait, where is everybody? Hold on a second, what's happening? It shows up.
What are you all doing, caring about some dead person? We need to find a dead body every chapter. That's how we win.
What if that's someone's goal? They throw dead bodies in there every time, so we always pick trust.
Where are they getting them? Oh, she's one of the 3 people from the 3 pods. Well, 2 to go.
D.O.K. Oh, right! I forgot about the pods. Yeah, she's probably one of the dead pods people.
Yeah, that's one of them.
D.O.K. and I gingerly lifted the woman up and carried her to the infirmary. Perhaps he just didn't consider himself one of the boys, or maybe it was something else. But whatever. The reason? Tenmyoji only stared.
Maybe it's his wife.
His whole body was rigid, like a rope pulled almost to its breaking point, but it was his eyes that caught my attention.
It could be his wife.
Everyone's free and feel good.
He wasn't staring at us, not quite. It was more like he was staring toward us. A smoldering spark of something burning slightly behind his gaze. It wasn't until we were almost to the infirmary that I realized Tenmyoji hadn't spoken a single word since the moment we'd found the body. I turned to look back at him. He was following us at a distance, his breathing heavy and labored and his movements slow and shuffling, as if his body was suddenly made of lead.
Alright.
That's not suspicious at all.
So first of all, I do think it's his wife, but also this kind of hurts the trustworthiness of whether I think we're going to be able to both pick trust on each other. If he's like in like, oh no, my wife's dead, fuck everyone mode or something, then that might hurt his previously trusting disposition he had when we weren't the ones that were paired with him.
I'm going with the notion that we don't do the A.B game.
Maybe. No, I think we always have to.
No, we don't. We can speak.
I think the game will always make us.
Oh, yeah, probably. They're really hyped to explain that prison dilemma, so they gotta explain it again.
Especially since this is our first chance in this story to do it in this branch.
Technically, yeah. So technically,
It'd
this
be
is
weird
our
to
first
skip
time.
it.
Yeah.
Even though we've never experienced the second tier yet, because they've got it to be continued.
Yeah.
And everyone gonna start dying.
The old woman's body was surprisingly light. Carrying her felt almost like carrying an old, dry piece of wood.
Okay, you know what?
That's a really weird description of a body.
I agree with Fee. Maybe she does need some privacy because these guys are complete idiots.
We set her down
Just
carefully.
carrying this log over here like a lumberjack. I always wanted to be a lumberjack. He just starts just completely not absorbing the fact that there's a dead person anymore.
I wonder if I could switch my PhD major over to lumberjack.
That's probably just as profitable.
We set her down carefully in the infirmary bed as if we were afraid she might break.
Well, she can't. She's dead. Wow, she is old and stabbed.
She looks so
Stabbed.
peaceful.
Can't tell if that's normal clothes or like cult's clothes.
I mean, yes.
Radial gems, webbing, turtleneck that is really long.
It's a
For
radical
turtleneck. Goes all the way up to her chin, like beyond it almost. Her ring is the same boring
Wait.
gem that's all over her clothes.
Is she like the woman from Titanic?
What? No, they don't look anything like that.
She's got the giant fat ring thing.
That's just rings.
Is that what old people wear?
In
Fat
video
rings?
games, they're even cheaper.
True.
Especially when it's the same asset that they use on all of her clothes. Just resized over and over
resized,
again.
yeah.
And they're like, we'll put one on her ring too, fuck it.
She looks so peaceful. Almost like she's just going to wake up in any minute now.
I especially like the peaceful hole in her chest.
You know
She
what?
didn't suffer much when she died.
I want to be honest with you, Keith.
What?
I don't think anyone in Zero Escape understands how to deal with dead bodies.
As in what?
As in just at all. Like, I don't think people understand that, like, dead people are, like, it's a serious thing. Like, everyone in Zero Escape tends to treat dead bodies dismissively in some way. Like, you know, they always describe them in very, like, you're not taking this seriously kind of ways.
They took it pretty seriously when it was air quotes 7. I mean, air quotes.
Well, Snake.
Air quotes Snake.
But the only
and
reason they did
9.
that was because Snake was, like, exploded.
Same with 9.
Oh yeah, well when it's an exploded body, they took it as like a like, oh god, body parts everywhere. But
don't look.
But you remember they still were kind of dismissive about it.
Yeah.
They're just like, they're dead. It's like, okay, well let's tone it back here. I mean, I guess it's better than everyone yelling. Jesus, 999 was just full
I
of
don't know.
screaming
June
people.
freaked out when Junpei freaked out when June was dead.
Everyone freaked out when the damn doors opened.
I mean, that's true too, but I don't think they were dismissive of bodies. I don't know if that's accurate.
They felt not dismissive in the sense of they didn't like oh whatever, it's a dead body. It's just like they were dismissive in the sense like they didn't emotionally react like it was like June would, or like any, like there would always be one person who was like, oh my god, a body, but there would always be like mostly the men would just be like, huh, yeah, it's just a dead body, let's move on. It's like, okay, well, first of all,
What is your sample size? Is it just Captain? Because I don't know what your example list is. Like there wasn't a bunch
Captain
of
at
bunch of
9.
dead people.
none of the men. Well,
People freaked out about 9.
no.
Yeah,
The only people that were there wasn't it me, Ace, and Snake?
maybe. I don't
It was,
remember.
and Snake can't see, so he didn't freak out. And then we didn't freak out. We were like, "Oh, it smells terrible," and Ace was just like, "Hey, he's gone," like because Ace killed him, so Ace didn't give a shit. But like Junpei didn't react. He reacted the same way, where he's like, "Well, he's exploded all over the place, and it smells awful in here." And he's like, "Okay, you're just kind of not panicking about the fact that could be you if you make a mistake. Like that's kind of odd." I guess
I don't
it just-
know. I feel like they already went through the cycle of panicking by then. When everyone was trying to throw up and shit like that. When they
Maybe.
found out about the bombs.
I guess. I don't know. Just seems.
I don't think they were really making light of the bodies or anything like that in the previous game.
No one really touched the bodies in the previous one. Not like Sigma over here, champion of carrying logs. Like, I don't know. It just seems. It's just a weird thing I noticed. Is just like to me, it feels like they kind of like dead bodies are either the women are panicking or the men are just kind of like stoic about it. It's just a way I've always seen.
Yeah, I don't know if that's accurate.
I don't know.
I think there's a lot of people like Snake freaking out and stuff like that, even though Snake made everything.
Let's hope so.
Also, wait, how could Akane freak out about a dead body?
Anyway,
She like knew the future.
Yeah.
What? Wait, what? Okay.
I feel a little bad about doing this, but I think we need to examine her.
You mean like an autopsy or something?
I'm just going to have a look at the wound. If we had a coroner, then it would be a different story, but... What?
I have a medical license.
You're a nurse?
No.
You're a doctor?
Well, I'm not exactly a coroner.
Interesting. I guess you really can't judge a book by its cover, can you?
Sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
And this is how she gets infected with Radical 6.
Radical.
Really going to perform an autopsy?
Okay.
Oh,
Clover, Alice, Cork.
Everyone's faces are really weird considering the corpse.
Why?
Yeah.
Why are you all smiling?
They're all so excited about the autopsy.
Did no
Yay, autopsy party! It's like a sleepover!
Except with dead bodies! Did no one in the...
You get an autopsy and you get an autopsy. Everyone gets an autopsy.
That is the most morbid episode of like Oprah that is the most morbid episode of Oprah I've ever heard.
Halloween edition.
Does that-
Rock's door.
Does that count as a threat? Is it like, you know, like... it seems-
Everyone's chair is just a coupon for a free autopsy.
Aren't autopsies always free? I was gonna say, who pays for an autopsy? I guess if you are,
The government?
well,
Someone pays for autopsies because the person's paid.
well, we do technically because our tax dollars go to pay for
Yeah,
civil servants.
it's a tax refund.
But I don't want a tax refund on bodies, dead bodies getting dug in. It's no, it just seems kind of like I don't know. That's like a weird. Can someone do that? Can I pay for that?
What? Pay for an autopsy?
Yeah, like if like my grandfather died of a heart attack, and I just be like, oh, could you open him up though? And they'd be like, why? And it's like, I don't know, I'll pay for it. Like, I just want you to rip his chest out like Indiana Jones. Like, what the fuck?
I guess I'll have to ask Naya about the legality of the whole thing. That seems like a legal issue.
Well, no, it's a dead body, so it doesn't have legal precedence anymore. You can do whatever you want to it.
I don't think that's true either.
I mean, if it's in your care.
I
dead,
don't think you can
I
just
think
do
if-
whatever you want to
well-
corpses. I think there are some
well,
rules
I mean,
there.
there's rules outside of. I mean, like, in terms of like you can bring it to a coroner and have it examined. I don't think that's illegal. If the body is in your care, like if you're the whatever it's called, they have that role that people can be where they're like the sole.
Why are you skipping back and forth between, I have no idea, I don't have any answers to it. Well, I obviously have all the answers.
No, I have no idea if you could pay for an autopsy. I'm not saying, I know the legalities. I've experienced dead bodies. I know the legalities of what you can do with them. The point I'm saying is
That's
that,
a
like,
really concerning thing to say.
it sounds bad out of context, but I'm not explaining it either, so fuck you. The point is that, like, I know, like, you can't take a dead body with you on the street like Ferris Bueller's Day Off or like, what's it called? Not Ferris Bueller, what's that fucking other shitty-ass vacation movie? The one where they're driving and grandma dies and they put her on the top of the car and they just drive her all the way home or whatever.
I just know that is the movie where grandma dies.
Yeah. Any case, you can't do that. That's illegal. You can't just carry dead bodies in public. But I'm saying, like, if you bring it to a funeral home, I'm sure you can ask for an autopsy, right? I'm sure you.
I have nothing to say on the subject. I have no idea. And I have
don't
nothing
know.
to contribute.
I don't know what.
I don't know where we're going.
My limitation ends where, like, I don't know if you can just request an autopsy privately. I just know you can do everything else with a dead body as long as it's in a coroner's office and it's done by a coroner. But I don't know what you can do. I don't know if you can just request an autopsy.
I'm gonna press A now because we're definitely just looping at this point.
Okay.
I won't really be doing it. I think that machine over there is a medical scanner. It's called an A.D.A.M. It uses nuclear magnetic resonance imaging to examine and diagnose people.
Wait, shouldn't it be spelled A?
Excuse me, Adam sounds like a male. We said we're gonna have privacy for her. She is still a woman.
I thought if
She may be old, but she's still a woman.
If it's using nuclear magnetic resonance, shouldn't it just be called A.T.O.M, not A.D.A.M?
I don't know what did they say what A.D.A.M stands for before?
No. Wait.
I don't know.
Automatic diagnostic, and
Adding machine. I don't know. It's probably machine at the
a
end.
shit ass machine would be like I can scan your dead bodies, but also do math. Like
1 dead body, 2 dead body, 3 dead bodies. Crunch. 3 dead bodies. I don't know why I went for Tootsie Rolls there.
Yeah,
I went for the Tootsie Pop reference.
So you think you can use it to perform some kind of autopsy?
Yes. I think I should be able to manage that.
Luna ran the scanner over the body, then turned back to the terminal. The display filled up with text, most of it rather technical. But as a PhD student, I should know what it says. Female, 65 to 75.
wait, it estimated its age. That's pretty generous.
Apparently. Cause of death, exsanguination. Also, that's what 70-year-old people look like in anime?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they don't get wrinkles.
She looks like 50.
I mean, have you seen like actual elderly Japanese people? They like have this weird age curve where they like don't age for a long time, and then all of a sudden like age hits them like they've been stockpiling it.
Is she supposed to look Japanese? Andrew's being indignant right now. You can't hear that, but he's doing like head bobs
Keith,
about his anime.
unless otherwise stated, unless their nationality is otherwise stated, if it's a Japanese game, they're Japanese people.
Even though there's only one character with a Japanese name and everyone's like, my name's Snow and my name's Lightning and stuff like that.
Yes.
Is what we're doing right now.
They're always Japanese unless otherwise stated.
I don't believe you.
You don't have to believe me. It's called xenophobia.
Anyway, they were stabbed through the heart, which is apparently is called exsanguination.
Stab through the heart and you're too late.
No.
Yeah.
Based on the characteristics described above, there's a 95% chance the wound was caused by a sharp single-bladed instrument. How do you know there wasn't a blade on the other side?
Is this really what a medical machine would be saying?
Yeah, it's a badass machine. It's Sherlock machine.
I feel like it shouldn't be giving you conclusions. It should just be giving you, like, the wound characteristics and the everything else, and then the
This is how easy doctoring is. In a decade from now, is that you can just point machines at people and then get all the answers. No one needs a PhD. Boy, are you in the wrong field with your apparent PhD you're working towards?
Yeah,
you don't need doctoring anymore.
What is Sigma doing anymore?
Did you just spend 6 years learning how to press that button?
Yeah. Wait. Oh.
Huh. Yeah, I don't really get it. What's it mean by instrument? Was she stabbed with a clarinet or something?
Something's wrong with this man. He needs to scan him. Scan him now. Find out what his cause of death is, because I think it already happened.
You scan it, it just says like, I can't scan rocks.
You scan if you scan Sigma, it's like cause of death 2 hours ago. He seems to be an idiot. But that one bunny made killed him.
It means a tool of some sort. A knife, probably.
In other words, she was stabbed in the heart, right?
Also, you could totally stab somebody with a clarinet.
I mean,
I was tempted to.
I mean, you can.
I used to play the clarinet.
I wouldn't recommend it. Clarinets aren't like that strong.
It was not a fun time playing a clarinet.
Are you gonna try getting through some?
You get a shitty little moldy little piece of shit wood thing you have to fasten to the end of it and put it in your mouth. It's just not. There's nothing happy about any of it.
No.
It's like I don't like this weird wood popsicle stick thing I'm sucking on. Why is this part of the instrument?
I mean,
and then the whole thing's just full of spit. You have to clean it out. It's really gross.
By the way, I figured out
instruments suck.
I figured out the word I was looking for when we were playing when we were playing Zero Escape. When I don't
remember
when Quark was trying to kill himself with the scalpel, and I was like, you can't stab through your heart that way. I was like, but you can't stab through the thing, and I couldn't think of the name of the bone. I figured it out.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
You forgot? You're gonna make a whole point to bring this up, and you don't even fucking remember what it was? Are you kidding me?
God damn it! Well, you know what? You
Piece of
gave me
shit.
this face, and I forgot it.
You son of a bitch! You just brought it up, sidetracked everything to not even actually say the answer.
Chest cavity. It's called your chest cavity.
I knew it was the chest cavity already. I said that at the time, I think.
It's sternum?
You literally don't know the answer.
God damn it, I knew what the answer was.
Yes.
Well, I suppose that clears me of suspicion.
Sorry, but no.
What?
Why? Please, don't tell me you think my hand can somehow turn into a knife.
I told you that was a joke.
Then why am I still a suspect?
We found the old lady in one of the AB rooms, specifically the one farthest to the left. Before we went in there, only 2 other people had been in that room. You and Clover. Only one of you was conscious.
That's worth noting, yeah. Yeah, the only person that was in that room and conscious was Kay, right? Because and it was locked. The front door was locked the entire time because they escaped through the hatch, right?
Yeah.
And it only opened when they put the keys in?
Yeah, because Kay was carrying Clover when he jumped out.
Yeah, so they were either already in there or they placed the body in afterwards to frame them. Ooh.
Tension.
Fi, please, stop joking around. I assure you, there was no one else in that room besides Clover when I woke up. She must have been put there later.
But the door was locked, right? I don't think anyone could have gotten in without the key.
Perhaps, but there was a hatch on the ceiling, remember?
Yes, there was. But Zero said he locked all the hatches.
Well, let's just trust Zero.
Well, if he was telling the truth, nobody could have gotten in there after you two left. Which means...
You fucking bastard! Why'd you kill her, Kay? I knew it. You're him, aren't you? You're the real Zero.
Who is a naughty murder man?
Just calm down. You aren't making sense. Let's suppose I am Zero. Why
That's
would
a
I do
bad example to
something
start
that would
with.
Obviously cast suspicion on me.
Well, because you figured we'd think that. And you'd throw us off the trail by doing the exact opposite.
Yeah, actually, that's exactly why you would do that, Kay. Are you an idiot? Why would you bring that topic up? Like, that makes you more suspicious.
That's not a logical argument.
Coming from the fucking guy with amnesia, I don't want to hear that. Like, what?
Still, you do have at least half a point. Your argument doesn't confirm my guilt.
This condescending motherfucking robot with amnesia, I swear to God.
We're doing fractions now.
But it does show us where we should be looking. The real Zero. The person who brought us here is likely the person who murdered that woman. Doesn't that seem like the most reasonable answer?
I guess.
I say, making a sexy
That makes
pose.
sense. If Zero was the murderer, then they could open anything they wanted to. I mean, didn't Zero say something about that?
I live in the master computer. That means all the electronic doors in this whole warren are under my control.
Exactly.
The word that you were freaking out about was sternum.
Sternum.
Yeah,
I said that.
I looked it up. You tweet too much, by the way. A week of tweets took a long time to scroll through.
Oh yeah, I said it in a tweet.
Yeah, you tweeted about, you're like, the word I was thinking of was sternum. Good luck finding the context for that. It's a weird tweet. No, I remembered that, but I didn't remember the word you said, but the word didn't matter.
Any case.
This is a stupid topic and not worth bringing up 3 times,
Yes,
but
it
here
is.
we are.
In any case, you can't stab through a sternum that easily. You need a lot of strength. Children can't do it. I've seen it happen. And...
Well, he didn't succeed, so it's fine.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, like... It would be...
Is there a defense? Yeah, let him stab himself. He's not gonna succeed, whatever.
I'm saying that, like...
Oh, look at him go. He's trying to stab himself.
I'm trying to say that it couldn't have been, like, Clover. Like, Clover's too weak to stab somebody through the sternum. Take too much effort.
She got CIA training.
Then she would stab them in the neck.
Yeah.
Why would you stab someone in the heart? That's like the most inefficient way to do it. You shoot
I just want to
someone
find
in
the character who has a sword. I mean, I would assume that one of the other people from the pods killed her. And there's a whole background scenes happening between these three characters.
No, she killed herself because she has Radical 6.
With a sword?
We didn't say it was a sword, did we?
It's a bladed instrument.
It could just be a knife.
It's unusual to be able to stab yourself in the chest, specifically.
When you're infected with Radical 6, you do radical shit. Like,
she's a real radical 70-year-old.
I mean,
also,
you can never...
Consider this. If the murderer isn't Zero, why would the AI Zero stay silent? He told us that his job was to make sure the game ran smoothly. But now the unexpected has happened, and he says nothing. Why would he do that? If he can see everything we do, then he must know who killed the old woman. So why has he kept his silence? The answer is simple. The murderer is Zero. Or rather, Zero Senior, I suppose you could say. He likely ordered Zero Junior, the AI, to keep his identity hidden. If Zero Junior told us about the murder, then Zero Senior's identity would be compromised. There is something else to consider as well. Perhaps this murder was not unexpected. Zero Senior murdered her. Just as planned. Death is only another part of the game.
Killing someone is just part of a game to him?
Well, there's no way to know for sure, but I would assume so.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex Game polling closes.
Oh, yeah, right, that whole thing.
See, the polling is going to close. Why don't we just let it go, and then we can just all...
We'll see.
Benefit.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Well, that spoiled what kind of voting we were going to be doing, which wasn't explained before we got into the voting booth, because once we get into the voting booth is when Zero explains exactly what kind of voting we'll be doing.
Yeah, we still don't actually... These characters don't know about the A.B. room vote, right?
No.
Because of the weird corpse discovery?
Yeah.
Huh.
So it just spoiled that. For the...
That is new for them.
Whoa, what was that?
I don't know.
Well, one thing's for sure.
And that is?
If we don't go vote, something bad's going to happen.
Wait.
You see? Just as I said. Zero Junior ensures the game continues, even though someone has died. All of this is part of Zero Senior's plan.
Let's get back to the warehouse. If we all head to the A.B. rooms, maybe we'll see Zero Junior. After all, he told us he'd give us specifics once we got in.
And he's not concerned by none of you going in yet?
As we're down to the last 10 minutes? Jesus.
Like, this game would technically go smoothly in the favor of...
It's crazy to think that it took us like an hour to get through the discussion last time.
Yeah.
And now we're going to somehow do it in 10 minutes?
We're really going in there? I kinda don't wanna. I mean, there was a dead lady in there just a few minutes ago.
What? Are you worried there's a ghost or something?
No, of course not. It's just... Doesn't it bother you?
Nope. I don't believe in ghosts.
I'm also not worried out by the dead, especially not during death games, apparently.
I feel bad that she died, of course. But there's not really anything I can do about that, is there?
Damn, you're pretty cold, you know that?
I prefer bold, but whatever.
Listen, I'm just dressed like Santa. Don't make assumptions about how cold I am.
Just don't let emotions get in the way.
Oh, no.
It's a double pun, both Santa's demeanor and the fact that his name's Santa.
Yeah, the only downside is, like, if it is Santa, that means she set up the whole game.
That's pretty much the definition of cold.
Am I a sociopath?
Actually, it's not. The definition of cold is...
Just a little moment of introspection. Maybe I'm the bad one.
You're all
Anyway,
going
let's
to
go.
die.
Looks like the others have already gone in.
That's weird to have that dialogue repeat at this point. We had the same conversation before we discovered the body.
Yeah. Well, you know Zero escape.
What is it? You find a ghost or something?
No. Look at the screen. There's something there.
Okay, can you skip this?
The screen?
Let's find out. Oopsie. You didn't see that. Nope. That's how voting works. Start. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
And there goes the door.
Yep.
Now can you skip it?
Hooray!
Go away. Oh, no.
Are you serious?
I've been waiting.
Let's just see if they react to the body thing.
Oh, maybe that's it.
So have we. We've got some questions for you, Zero. Who was that old woman?
Will all of you please stop bombarding me with questions?
Oh.
The other people in the other rooms are asking me stuff just like you are, Siggy. I guess you probably can't hear them since these rooms are completely soundproof, but B.O. is especially loud. For real, B.O. I need you to shut up. There isn't much time. I gotta hurry and explain all this stuff, or the game will end before I'm done.
Who was B.O.?
Dio?
Oh, Dio, right. I was like 10 Mio G? Well, I expect him to be loud if it's his wife, which we don't know.
So, no more questions from now on. No answers for anybody, okay? You just have to wait. Now, let's get this party started! Let me tell you about the A.B. game. Since it's a game, you're obviously going to have an opponent. But it's not like this is a battle royale where you just fight everybody.
It kind of is.
Will be a one-on-one battle. Mono a mono, or mono a womano. Well, there are two people in each pair, aren't there? So it'll be more of a two-on-one battle, I guess.
This is definitely familiar, so we might be able to get away with it. Yeah.
For example, Siggy and Fido paired up with 10 Mioldi.
It's just saying what we know, but it's technically different this time. Because we're a 10 Mioldi this time.
After all.
Well, don't worry. Just listen while Zero the Third explains it all.
Wow, not tired of you at all.
First, I want everybody to focus
There we go.
on the screen on the device in the back of the room. You should see
Wait.
I thought we said we said skip.
I said skip.
Do you?
There we go.
Okay then.
God.
I think that about does it for the basic rules. Well, actually, there's a little bit more, but it'll just have to wait, I guess. After all, it's almost time!
Hey! Wait!
No. I won't wait and I can't wait. Didn't you hear me? It is time!
1 minute remains until Ambidex Game polling closes.
Jesus.
Well, we didn't lose up the entire hour strategizing, then stressing, then imagining an explosion, and then having a panic attack. Instead, we're just like, oh shit, we have no time, go.
You see, it's time for me to be hopping on out of here. See you later. Have a nice trauma.
Have a nice trauma. That's a new one.
We don't have time to talk about this. Rock, paper, scissors.
Excuse me?
Rock, paper, scissors?
We have to decide who's gonna press the button.
And you think that's a good way to decide?
Just shut up and do it.
We do have 1 minute. It's kind of, we have no time to discuss this.
1, 2, 3.
John Kemp.
Oh my god. We're actually doing this. What do you think, Andrew?
Statistically speaking, scissors is probably the best way to go.
Even against an AI?
Yeah.
Paper.
Oh, hey.
Scissors. Heh. Looks like I won.
So what are you gonna pick?
I guess ally?
Playing against 10 Myoji.
Okay.
Do you
We don't
any
have time,
reason
we
to
have
think
1
he won't
minute.
betray you?
I guess not.
Yeah. If he does, what does that make our BP?
We'd be down to 1 point each. But that's not hopeless. I mean, sure, we'll be a little further away from the goal, but all we've got to do is earn those points back.
And when will we do that?
Okay, well, I don't actually know. But But it's pretty obvious that we've played this game for more than once. After all, we can't get to 9 BP if we don't.
10 seconds remain.
Jesus Christ.
Game polling closes.
I think this game is all about like last second decisions.
Even when we had a whole 45 minutes last time, we still managed to make a last second decision.
Well, you won. The decision's yours.
You have-
Decide. Ally or betray.
You now have 5 seconds left.
3, 2, 1.
Jesus, when did we press it?
In that last
Now we're
moment
gonna
before
narrate?
In that last moment before the counter reached 0, I made my choice.
How convenient.
What do you think?
You do you, fam. I said ally last time, so it's up to you.
I was thinking ally until he was like freaking out all of a sudden, because then I'm like, well, now he'll betray us maybe, and then I don't know what to think about that. What? What was it beeping at? Oh, I was pressing up more.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, we have a countdown timer? Like,
yeah. Fuck it! I don't trust him now that he's all freaking out about the body.
Round 1 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
Round 1.
Results
Fight!
will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
As Fi and I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others running towards the projection, shoving and pushing to get closer. Tenmyoji was left behind, his footsteps a slow, heavy plod. What had happened to make him like that?
Chose betray, huh? That's
That-
messed up.
You hypocritical pain in the ass.
Tomate!
After that like entire episode of her convincing us to do it last time.
She just, even before we pressed ally this time, she was like, how can you be so sure? You're gonna press ally? That's a bad mistake.
Yeah.
And then we're
I
like,
kind of want to lose to her just so she had to do it.
I don't think you can, actually.
Yeah, we might just win no matter what.
I think that you win no matter what.
What? You said I should!
Hey, I didn't say that. I just asked you a question.
Jesus
What would
Christ.
happen to our BP if Tenmyoji chose to betray us?
You didn't say it in this timeline, but you're so fucking into that particular path. That this is such. She's such a pain in the ass type of person that just wants to have her hands clean while all the worst things happen.
She is like that kind of person
She just wants to be personally blamed.
Yeah, she's an infallible person. Like nothing she does can be like her fault. It always is somebody else's because they took it out of context. It's always someone else's fault.
She's like the politician that wants to benefit from shitty things happening while having plausible deniability of not being told about it.
Yeah.
It was a leading question. Oh, I get it. I was wondering why you were so happy to let me choose after you lost in rock, paper, scissors. You were planning to use me as a scapegoat all along.
Was I?
It's funny because people are dying.
God damn it.
Yo, what's up?
Can we skip this?
Siggy!
I always press start instead of select. Nope.
No! Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
It was nice thinking she was gone, right?
His voice is such
Anyway,
cancer.
We need to go have a look at the results first. Come on.
It just drives my ears to death.
Hey, wait, shit.
Yeah, I hate this character.
Good. Looks like you're all here. Finally.
Let's get ready to rock!
Ambidex Game!
God, Americans can never be professional voice actors.
The results!
If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Cartoon people, except not us.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Oh no!
Wait, literally every
single screen was Betray Ally.
Alice clicked the ally. I swear I'm
on Dio and Quark.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. What do you mean you clicked fucking ally? She specifically clicked fucking betray last time because she said, you gotta do what you gotta do.
It's obviously the only thing you could ever do, dummy. God damn it.
This game has literally the shittiest writing I've ever fucking experienced.
What character motivation could she have to suddenly not do it? Is it because it's a kid?
No, Keith. You know why? Because it's convenient for the fucking plot if she clicks ally.
Do they always do the opposite of what we do?
Probably. There's no tension
I guess we'll
otherwise.
know the moment we reverse one of these decisions.
Well, because here's the thing, Keith, is that if you think about it realistically, there's no tension if there's not conflict. And the only conflict is that the fucking numbers don't matter. And, like, because it's how every fucking 999 game works, apparently, or Zero Escape game works so far.
The numbers were actually Latin letters, and it's all a twist, and also gingerbread man or something.
Like, you know what the ruse is going to be? Is that, like, anybody who has a 9 has to stay behind. Anybody who has anything below gets to go. It's, like, going to be some fucking...
Everyone who gets a 0 is injected with an anesthetic that puts them unconscious, and then they're removed from the game safely, and they get to go free. And everyone who still is alive dies.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Wow, all the solos are at 1. That sucks.
I got betrayed?
Sorry, I
told him you might choose betray.
Fie, you.
I can't believe you. I'd never choose betray. I trusted you two. And this is what I got.
I actually feel bad.
Yeah.
I like Tenmyoji's a pretty good person.
I thought he was going to betray us because he was acting weird. And I thought that was like, well, now I have to win no matter what.
Yeah.
And it would have been nice if we could talk about it. Like, like if I was going into these kind of games, I would talk to people about them to figure out where things are going. Although at this point, nobody gets to talk, right? Because they blindsided us with the first one. Like, what's the A.B. game? Now that we're locked in here, fuck you.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Fie, you don't need to apologize. I was the one who did it. I pushed the button.
Oh. Yeah, I guess you've got a point.
This fucking bitch. I swear. Just fucking kill her.
Huh? Wait, what?
It's Sigma's fault. You want to blame someone, blame him.
Jesus.
What the hell, Phi?
What, you gonna fight each other now? I don't care which one of you pushed the button. I'm never trusting either of you again.
Oh, shit.
Good call, Tenmyoji.
This isn't over.
Yeah, fitting.
Just you wait.
Oh, that's getting threatening.
I feel that way about Alice. I mean, it's fair.
I tried to think of something to say, but before I could come up with the right words, he was gone. I spun around. Phi! What the fuck?
We can't swear in this game. Shame on you.
But she was gone too. Gah! Where the hell? How did she just disappear like that?
Magic.
As I looked around the room for Phi, I noticed that Clover, Kay, and Luna seemed to be having some kind of an argument as well. I moved closer and did my best to listen surreptitiously. Surreptitiously?
Why did you do it? Sorry. I guess I wanted to get out of here as soon as possible, you know?
I apologize, but I felt the same way.
But if we all choose ally, then we could all escape together. It only takes 3 turns to get 6 points.
Andrew's just staring at me now. As Luna just repeats what our entire argument was before. You feel good, Andrew? You in a good mood?
I just, you know what? This is it right here. This line, right? This is the cataclysm.
Where Luna just is like, the fuck? It's so simple, everyone.
This is the cataclysmic moment right here where I have to say, in all honesty, you can't defend this game anymore. It's over. Literally, Luna understands the entire premise of how the fucking goddamn prisoner dilemma would work in this situation, but no one else is willing to fucking understand because they're written to be idiots by an idiot writer who can't fucking write for shit. Like, the most passive person is sitting here saying like, you guys realize you could have just all clicked ally, you fucking idiot.
We can't go on to this every single time. Like, we've been over it so much.
That would be enough to get us out. Why? Well, of course we know that.
What the fuck?
Then it's faster.
Fuck you! It's the same amount! You have to play the game 3 times!
Are you telling me that the person who murdered everybody with an axe might not be the best person?
Kay's there with her, knock her out again! Like, for fuck's sake, if you want... You still have to play the game 3 times to get out anyways! Why would you think it'd be faster if you... Oh my god! For fuck's sake!